Good morning, YouTube. So today, car says hi. Today is my first actual work day for MLS. I do believe I'm dressed correctly for it. The dress code, which was put into the onboarding stuff, which I had to do through the app. Initially, I had an issue with the web page, and I think it was because they had typed my name incorrectly. Or it could be because I was using Safari for a browser and their stuff was all set up for Chrome. That's a possibility as well. Whichever the situation, I ended up having to use the app, and it worked okay through the app. It was there were some odd issues with it. I was doing the app on my iPhone, which is a 6S Plus, and has a 16:9 aspect ratio screen without a notch. And I do believe this is the first instance of me running into an app that expects a screen with a taller, narrower aspect ratio than that, which is kind of the standard now. I don't understand why that's the standard now. I find it absolutely stupid, but that just sort of is what it is, and as a result, now we've got app designers that assume everybody has that aspect ratio of phone, and I ended up with a situation where, and I took a screenshot of it because it was just so, found it just to be so bizarre, and it took me a while to kind of figure out what was going on, and then when I did, I'm like, I bet that's the thing. Anyway, the button to, I'm not sure what the button is supposed to say, because it's across the bottom of the screen, probably say accept and continue or something of that nature, although it looks like the first letter is supposed to be an S. It ended up taking pretty much the width of the screen at the bottom, but then where the label should be for it, it's completely covered up by another button that it puts on the screen that says change account. In fact, the majority of the button to continue is blocked by the button that says change account. Now, at some point, the button to change account quit working. I'm not sure what that's about. I got a weird error and then that stopped working. And then suddenly the app was easier to use. Go figure. And it's a minor inconvenience, but still, just that kind of stupid on the daily is frustrating. And it's amazing that people get money. People are paid for developing apps that can't even be bothered to realize that different phones have different aspect ratios and program their apps accordingly. So it's, I'm not sure if I set the date and the time. I don't think I did. It's 7:29 right now. Friday, July 21st, 2023. I'm not sure if the lobby is open here at Del Taco, but I'm going to try and go in and get me something to eat real quick so I'm not hungry at work, because I didn't eat much last night. I didn't go back out last night after I got home from being at the hospital with Allison. Well, the sign says that the lobby and the restaurant both open on Friday at 7 a.m. It's about 7:30. Both doors are locked. Now, they often have that front door locked and have just the side door unlocked. The side door is locked too, so I don't know. I'm gonna see if the drive-thru is open. Man, I before I left the apartment, I made a point to download the Del Taco app and find that coupon that I tried to use a couple of weeks ago for the breakfast burrito, the buy one get one free, that I wasn't able to use because it was after the hours that breakfast were served. And of course the app let me put it out in spite of the fact that it was hours it couldn't be used. I was kind of frustrated that the app would do that. But right now I'm within the hours it should be used, but I'm not sure if they're actually open, even though their sign says they're open. So much dysfunction in the world, and it's a lot of these stupid little things. Sign says they open at 7 a.m., but it's 7:32, and El Taco is not open. So, well, that's a quick and easy Google Maps review. Damn. This kind of has me wondering what my options are. Beverages now. Wow, and it just reminded me, I totally got a Sip and Save like 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago. Maybe it was yesterday. My days tend to bleed together. And lately I'm focused on about 2 weeks ago, because that's where I'm at editing this vlog and uploading this vlog. And speaking of 2 weeks ago, man, Friday before last, I shot a lot of video. I mean, that's all I did for the most part. I mean, I did some other stuff, but mostly last night, just laid in bed and worked on editing and uploading my vlog. Made a couple pretty cool shorts. And did the same thing with one of them, the one that turned out the best. Put it on same thing as I did yesterday. Put it on TikTok and also put it on Snapchat. I kind of cheated with the Snapchat one. I just uploaded the output file from TikTok to Snapchat. As the default setting on TikTok is whenever you create a video, it automatically exports it into your files. I could turn right and then turn left to get in the Circle K. It automatically exports it into your files. Oh, this is turning out to not be a good idea. Yeah, it automatically exports it into your files, and then I just upload it from there. Although I noticed something that I never noticed before, as far as taking videos that I created for YouTube and also kind of for TikTok shorts and putting them on Snapchat, and that's that I use an aspect ratio for my videos that's a little bit wider than 4:3, but vertical. So I guess it'd be 3:4. Snapchat stretched it out horizontally, and I had put some text in this one video using iMovie, and it kind of cropped the size of the text off on Snapchat. Now that's a big deal, because Snapchat stuff evaporates within 24 hours, but still it was kind of annoying, to say the least. Well, so much for getting food. I thought about getting one of the Circle K breakfast sandwiches, or maybe two of them, because I know they got a kind of a promotional price for two. They've raised the prices on them, and they're kind of expensive now, and they're also just really not very good. I don't know what the deal is with this Ford, but he's taking way too long to get out of his parking spot. I was being nice and yielding and let him get out, but anybody who takes that long to get out of a parking spot, yeah, you're taking too long, dude. I got to go to work. So it's 7:40 now. 20 minutes to get there and be ready to clock in, which I think is fine. I mean, the job's like right around the corner. I did mention that I was looking forward to commuting via SkyTrain, and that's something that I definitely want to do. Although I need to figure out the whole logistics of that, such as how long that's going to take, where exactly I'm going to park, or if I'm going to use another mode of transportation other than parking. Lime scooters, I think, are a good potential option for me to get down to the SkyTrain. However, the high temperature for today is 119. So while it's a perfect temperature for riding a Lime scooter right now, I do know Lime scooters have issues when it gets over 110. In fact, I think their breaking point is a little bit lower than that. So that's potentially problematic. I did not look at the traffic, so I'm debating as to whether the 202 looks like it's flying. I'm just gonna go this way and hope for the best. Of course, I cannot look at the traffic right now. I was so busy editing YouTube video last night, I'm not sure if I have Google Maps ready to go. I do, yay. Oh, no, I don't. I offloaded it instead of uninstalling it. Yeah, it's just a constant battle with the iPhone 6s Plus, using it as my main editing device. I'm getting really effective editing in iTunes. In fact, now I have a little more meticulous way of doing it, which of course is more time consuming. And do I have the time for it? No, not really. Or the guy's actually going to let me over. How nice. Yeah, I'm getting better at editing it, and I've kind of got a different way of doing it now, where if I'm pausing or stammering too long and there's nothing significant going on in the background of the video in terms of traffic or scenery in any way, then I'm cropping down my speech so it sounds a little better, which I don't think that many people are coming here for the hashtag autistic speech, and it's been quite some time since I've bothered to put that in my video descriptions anyway. So at this point I figure it's better to just have my videos sound as good as possible. If I can lose anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes on a 30-minute video by doing that kind of editing, it seems like something worthwhile to do. And that is such a dangerous situation when a traffic lane is backed up, like the one I was in, and then people are flying so much faster than that traffic in an exit-only lane. Because obviously you're going to have people trying to pull out of that lane and make a lane change. And I guess that's what I get for not looking at Google Maps before I got on the freeway. I still haven't managed to open it yet, and of course now it's kind of irrelevant. Although I did get it downloaded, so it's ready to go at just a touch next time I need it. Yeah, I was a little worried there might be a traffic snarl right there. No problem. What the time is. I still need to make it back over to AZ cell phones and have Al look at the screen lock button. It's just got done editing the video from 2 weeks ago when I went there, and he rebuilt my iPhone. And the first thing I did when I pulled it, as I'm shooting video on Obamaphone 3, which I'm doing right now, and that's primarily what I'm using for recording these days, as I held the iPhone in front, I commented, hey, that button's not working right. And yeah, it's becoming more and more problematic. Now I'm kind of regretting that I didn't just turn around and go right back in the store and say, hey, Al, look at this ain't right. I don't doubt that he'll try to fix it, but yeah, I've been suffering through this for 2 weeks, and I'm kind of suffering with it right now, just trying to get the goddamn screen to open. Show me the time. 7:46. I got a good solid 15 minutes to get there, and it's just moments away. And granted, it's going to take me a little longer going down. All right, we got this guy kind of blocking the lane. It's going to take me a little longer going down 24th Street as opposed to the route I was trying to take, which was the 202 to the 10 East, which is actually south, where I would be going on it. And then taking the exit for Washington, Jefferson, Car Rental Center. I never noticed until the other day. That's what that... I mean, I'm sure I've noticed it, but it's the first time it really stood out to me that's what the sign is for that exit. I always think about the Washington Jefferson exit, and I know it'll get me to the Car Rental Center. I know that there's that ramp that goes off to the right after you cross Jefferson that goes into the Sky Harbor Center. I never really noticed the way that it's labeled on the sign as Washington Street, Jefferson Street, Car Rental Center. Because Car Rental Center isn't a street. The third street that it gets to when you use that extra exit off the ramp once you cross Jefferson Street is, I think, Sky Harbor Drive. Do I have this light? I think I have this light. That was really close. I'm not 100% certain the name of that. Like, I think it's Sky Harbor Drive. That's one of those streets where I know where it is and what it does and what segments of the street used to be named more than I know what the actual name of the street is. I find it fascinating that little piece of Harrison still sits there all by itself. Almost seems like it should be called Air Lane, but yeah, there's a dead-end bit of street there called Harrison. The way it's laid out, I got a feeling it used to go farther at one time. Sky Harbor Circle, that's what it's called. As I get closer, it just kind of came to me. It's kind of weird how my mind, especially when it comes to navigation stuff, this part, Sky Harbor Circle North. Then it was Sky Harbor something. Sky Harbor Circle South, where it goes east and west, used to be called Mojave. And for the longest time, there was signage on I-10 as you went over it that still said Mojave for, I want to say, a good 20 years after the Sky Harbor Center was built and the road underneath was changed to Sky Harbor Circle South. Now, I do think ADOT's finally updated that sign, but I always found it fascinating how for a long, long time it still said Mojave when you crossed it on I-10. So I just went under I-10, and that on the right was the ramp. So there's a sign telling me the rental car center is still straight ahead. Well, I didn't mention it the other day on the video, but when I came in here for my training 2 days ago, as I was coming out, was a really sweet middle-aged Asian woman with some kind of a strong Asian accent that had turned into the driveway where I was. She was actually coming towards the gate where I can't even go, that goes into the lot where MLS is and where our car wash is, and where I'm working. I'm going to be working today. She was coming that way, and she could tell she was where she wasn't supposed to be. And she asked me how to get to the car rental center. I gave her nice directions. I like to be helpful like that. So yeah, getting here on time, not a problem at all. This is a nice, easy commute. I'm still on the fence, as you know, committing to a schedule where I go into work every day at 8 a.m. going to be too much of a problem. I did kind of struggle with not wanting to get out of bed today. I'm sure this is a schedule I can get used to. I'm more apt to get used to than the schedule I had with Williams-Sonoma Furniture. But yeah, it is earlier than I like being up, for sure. But as always, I'm just gonna try to do my best and hit the curb with my Saturn. That's fabulous. Try to do my best with it, and here in plenty of time today. So I got all of Allison's laundry and her walker and crap in my car, and yes, it still smells. I'm not sure if I'm getting used to it or if it's not quite as ripe as it was a couple days ago, but yeah, it's pretty bad. When I mentioned Allison had lost her EBT card and her bus card out of her lanyard at my place, come to find out she lost it out of her lanyard in the front seat of my car. She found it when we got in the car and we were headed to the methadone clinic day before yesterday, which is some interesting insight as to why my daughter keeps losing so much stuff. She clearly needs a better lanyard. My solution for shit like that is keep it in a pocket. Don't keep it all in one thing, because like I've explained many times why I refuse to wear a wallet. I know I've told that full story several times as well. Yeah, I lost a wallet once in Gillette, Wyoming, and it completely changed the course of my life. It ended up being okay, but yeah, it really messed me up, and I ended up living about 6 weeks in Gillette as I tried to put my life together because of it. So yeah, I've never carried a wallet since, and I look at carrying all your cards on a lanyard is the same thing. You lose that lanyard, then you fucking lost everything. But the problem with Allison in lanyards, with Allison and doing that, and just putting all the cards in consistently in one pocket, is that most women's clothing don't have pockets the way men's clothing do. What's my advice solution to that? Wear more fucking practical clothing. I mean, a lot of women's clothing doesn't, but some do, and I would make a point to wear clothing that does. Certainly, I avoid clothing where the pockets are inadequate for me to maintain the organization of my personal items the way I do. Anyway, I'm sure there's some other things I wanted to mention, but I got 8 minutes to get over there and get clocked in, so I want to do that. But thanks for coming with me on the drive, and wish me luck on this first real day of work at this new job, which I will be getting paid for next Friday, by the way. So I will have a little paycheck next Friday.